Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Thursday Night Mini Healings. I've got Duncan here licking. Yes, it's going to be a good night. Feels a little wintry outside, though, doesn't it? For those of you in the north. So, welcome to Renee and Victoria. Glad to see you. Oh, and there is Joan. Joan, it's not a hockey night for you? Glad you're here. And I've got Dexter over here because it's like, I don't know if it's, I think it's less than 45 outside right now. So it is chilly. So Dexter's got his clothes back. Oh, well, maybe we'll have to work on having a cold tonight. But glad to see you. So nothing special planned. Let me grab my little book and see what show number we are on. So tonight is show number 118. So that's pretty cool. So now I just need a pen. Oh, here's one. Let's see if it works, though. All right, so show 118. I just can't believe it is already October 13th. Oh, and there's Marina. Welcome, Marina. So we are just sitting here hanging out. I'm curious how chilly out it is because everybody went out before I started the live. And they pretty much all of them came back like right away. So normally it's 40. No wonder they came back right away, right? So in about 2 minutes, we will start with our first healing pulse. And then we will start doing, the healings. So yes, it has been an extra quiet week. Just seems like I've been busy. I just can't tell you with what. Although Tuesday night we had a fabulous freaky, so that was nice. Has disappeared. I don't know why it does that, but if this is the only technical difficulty where my picture just drops off, I think that's good. So yeah, maybe Duncan should go to sleep. Huh, Dunk? Oh, there's Anne-Marie. Welcome. Glad to see you, Anne-Marie. So I'm going to take off the little scrolling. Notice I put today's date in the scroll just because every once in a while I get someone who clicks on like last week's. And so I'm thinking maybe that will help people realize they're in the wrong space or wrong event, because that happens enough that I realize I should probably make it a little easier. All right, so looking for my scrolling ticker tape. So if I take that off, I almost need to put it somewhere else. I'll have to think about that. All right, so let's start with our first mini healing pulse of the night. So with this, if you've got something physical going on, that is the best and easiest place. But if you have something emotional, or if you have some anxiety, that might take just a bit of thought. So if you have something like that going on, and you need to think about where are you feeling it. So if you are feeling extra anxious, where does that anxiety live in your body? Or if you're feeling mad, sad, or something extreme, where do you feel that? Because then that's the place that you want to send the energy. If it's something physical, pretty much you know exactly where to send it. Let me just glance at comments before we start. Yep, Renee, that was you, but you were just one of many, because then after the show, I get messages that came through during the show. So, yes. So, I'm hoping to put things in place so that if people click on the wrong week, that it's pretty obvious. So, if ever you come on a live and I don't say anything to you, usually there's something wrong, like maybe it's not really alive. It's a recording, because I try and say hello to everyone who puts a comment in. So let's start. So rub your hands together and place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. And there's Valerie, just in time, Valerie. So imagine my hands on yours. And then here's the most important part, just be open and allowing. Breathe in the energy and the healing. And when you expel your next breath, imagine you're releasing things that don't belong, things that aren't yours, and that you feel a little lighter. So open and allowing. Okay, so that was our first healing pulse of the night. I drew 2 cards for the group tonight, and I really like them. So they are Believe in Your Dreams and Claim Your Power. So, and they below the main heading, so like Claim Your Power says cultivate willpower, take inspired action, you've got this. So that's very nice. So that's our theme for tonight. And then this one is Believe in Your Dreams, aim higher, honor your brilliance, remember you have help. So now it has a nice little picture of an angel there. So, yes, theme tonight. Believe in your dreams, claim your power. So, on that note, what does everyone want to work on? Just put it in the comments and we will get started. And I've got a list I ran across that I have not used in a while. I think we're going to use this list for some of the healing for tonight. It's called Trauma Energy List. And let's see how many it's got. It's got about 100 things on it. So yeah. The cards are cool. These are from Melanie Beckler. She is on YouTube. These are the back, and everything is black and white. So if you want to color them, you can do that. She's got a few different decks. I really like this one though, and then she's got another deck too that I appreciate. And different things come up, but they're all pretty positive, and I really do like that. All right, so Renee, I'm going to put you top of the list. So I'm going to just put what's most important overall. All right, so Valerie, I'm tired, exhausted. There is a lot of that going on, but just be aware that it's part of what's going on in the universe. Victoria, back and legs. All right, so I'm going to start, but if you've got anything, just put it in the comments. All right, so I'm going to check with Renee first and see what comes up. So, as I said, this is a list I've had for a while, but I haven't used it much. So on it is some unusual things. And the one that comes up for you, Renee, is scapegoat. And so especially when something like that comes up, so I'm thinking, okay, is that defining you? Are you a scapegoat? And I get no. Is someone using you as a scapegoat? I get a yes. So is someone using you as a scapegoat? So let me get the technical definition for scapegoat, which is definitely an American term. So a scapegoat is a person who is blamed for wrongdoings, mistakes, or faults of others, especially for reasons of expediency. So here's another one. This is biblical. A goat sent into the wilderness after the Jewish chief priest had symbolically laid the sins of the people upon it. I think we'll go with number one. So a person who is blamed for wrongdoings, mistakes, or faults of others. So someone is blaming you, Renee. And so this, what we're going to do is release the energy of that and how it's affected you. Because even though this isn't yours, someone has sort of put this energy on you. It's your fault. Oh, Victoria, that's horrible. All right, Anne-Marie, increasing willpower. All right, so Valerie is next. We're going to work on tired and exhausted. Another word that I don't typically use a lot, and it's thwarted. And so let's see if my guess prevents somebody from accomplishing something, or oppose successfully. So those are the verbs. There is a noun version, but we're going to go with the verb. So usually I've heard this used as prevent from accomplishing something. So like Duncan often thwarts me from getting anything productive done. Well, let's see. Let me get an age too, because this might not be current. Like with Renee, Renee's thing was fairly recent, the last few years. So with Valerie, let me see. $39. I sort of have an idea who that was. So let's get rid of that energy. I thought we've dealt with this before, but we'll just clear a little bit more about it. All right, so that did release. Okay, so I'm checking on Marina. That is a great attitude, Marina. So to experience changes in the best possible way that will benefit you. Thanks for that confirmation, Renee. You are welcome, Valerie. Glad you've got the yawns. All right, so Victoria, let's see what comes up for you with my list. Victoria's working on back and legs, a lot of pain issues. Self-recrimination. So this is like self-blame. Let me get an age. Round 18. So somewhere 17, 18, 19. Somewhere in there, Victoria. You blamed yourself for something. And was too much. It wasn't entirely your fault. So that released. Imagine it letting go. All right, Anne Marie wants to work on increasing willpower. So this is so with Anne Marie, with you, it is inherited, and it's distraught, and so that is being very worried and upset. So let's see where that came from. Good, Valor. Keep releasing, making room. All right, so Joan. Just making sure I didn't miss anyone. I'm getting that's a part of it, Victoria. So release that. All right, so Joan wants increasing willpower. All right, so with Anne Marie, this was inherited. So let's see where it came from. So it started with her father's side. So then we asked, did it start with father? No. So how far back did it go? So father is one generation, grandparents are two, great grandparents are three. So I'm getting great grandparents. So with inherited trapped emotions, they can affect the entire family, but often it does skip people too. So what we're going to do though is we'll send energy and clearing to Anne Marie's entire family and release distraught, because what that does is it makes everyone in the family that has this be really super sensitive to it. Yes, it is, Joan. All right, Marina. So Marina is experiencing some job changes with new management and wants to deal with it in the best possible way that will benefit her. So let's see what comes up. Anguish. So this list tends to use words we don't really use a lot. Anguish is probably one that is more common than some of them, but it's being extremely distressed about something. Or when used as a noun, it's severe mental or physical pain or suffering. So let me get an age for you, Marina. 16, Marina. So let's release that, because somehow this is holding you down a bit. So that did release. All right, Joan is working on increasing her willpower. So let's see. So another word I really don't think I've ever used. It's contrition. And that is the state of feeling remorseful. And so with this, and here's sort of a biblical reference. In the Roman Catholic Church, the repentance of past sins during or after confession. So a state of feeling remorseful. Let's get an age for you, Joan, and see if that rings a bell. "28." Let's release that. Releasing and removing. You are welcome, Anne-Marie. Hopefully that'll make things easier for your whole family. Okay, Joan, that released. And we are ready for our next healing pulse. So think about where you want to receive the energies. Rub your hands together. Oops. You are welcome, Joan. Good, Valerie. I'm glad it's helping. All right, so place your hands. Imagine my hands on yours. And then, as I typically say, this is the most important part, to be open and allowing the energy to flow. Just breathe in the energy. So last Tuesday, I did a breath video that had different breaths and the healing pulse. And then at the end, we did some Reiki energy. So if you did not see that and you're interested in breath and practicing using different breaths with the healing pulse, I suggest you go to the replay on Facebook or YouTube and check out that. But this is the perfect time to do one of the breaths, bringing in the healing deeper and having a deeper release. Okay, that was healing pulse number 2. So I think I'm going to do a little bit of group work looking for negative beliefs. Let's see what comes up. So tonight we're going to find 3 negative beliefs that affect at least some of you. So let's see what those are. I am not interesting enough. So I'm going to find what percent of you have this. And this covers everyone in the group and then people that watch the replay. I'm getting 75%, so that's a lot of you that have had this at least once in your life. All right, let's do the next one. I am not special. Let's see how many of you have that one. I've got 65% have that, so let's release that. Okay, the final one, let's see what that is. I am unsuccessful. %75% also. I think that's a new one that we haven't had that before. So let's release that. That's a good recollection, Victoria. Imagine this time as you're releasing it goes a little deeper. Okay, so those 3 negative beliefs did release. Let me know if any of those resonated with you, or maybe if all of them did. So next, as I say every week that we do this, it is my favorite thing. It is instilling positive emotions. And so I've got a list of at least a couple hundred of positive emotions. So I'm going to do 2 positive emotions for each person that puts a 2 in the comments. Wow, Valerie. That's a sign you just need to keep releasing and accepting more energy. That's good, though. All right. So I've got Valerie, Victoria, Renee, Marina, So Valerie, I think the yawning's working because your 2 positive emotions are forceful and invigorated. That's pretty nice. So those are reinforced. Adding Anne Marie to the list. All right, Victoria's next. You're welcome. Okay, Victoria, I've got serene and valued. Just in time, Leslie, put a 2 in the comments for positive emotions. So reinforcing serene and valued for Victoria. And Renee is next. Renee got reliable and strengthened. So adding Leslie to the list. Okay, Marina, you are next. Popular and tolerant. Those are some different ones for you. That's a nice change, Marina. The tolerant, maybe not quite so much, but that's more of a positive thing when you're popular. All right, Anne Marie. Yes, Victoria. I like those too. Victoria, serene and valued. Okay, Anne Marie, you are next. Let me flip pages. Oh, Anne Marie. Invincible is the first one. That's a lovely one. Let's see what your second one is. And balanced. Oh, I like the combination of that. Wonderful. I think people are going to borrow those, Anne Marie. All right, Leslie, you are next. You're welcome, Marina. Leslie, you got wonderful and kind. That's very nice. Very cool. Okay, so let's see who wants to borrow ones. So we had forceful, invigorated, serene, valued, reliable, strengthened, popular, tolerant, invincible, balanced, wonderful, and kind. And you know what? A lot of these go with the claim your power, don't you think? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. Very nice. So we're going to start our healing pulse a minute early. Yes. There's some really nice ones in there. Very nice. All right, so let's do, you are very welcome, Valerie. Let's do our next healing pulse. Let's actually pick somewhere different. How about we do like our third eye? And so sending energy to the third eye, we'll imagine that it helps if there's any calcification on the pineal, and if there's any restraints on your pineal, we'll imagine it releasing so that you're able to access your intuition more. Wonderful, Renee. I think that's a great idea. So let's rub your hands together and then place your hands on your third eye. So it sort of depends if you feel things more from the fingers or if you feel more in like your palm chakras. It's a little like that, but it sort of depends. Sometimes I like to target things with just a finger. And so however you place your hands or your fingers, imagine that mine are on top of yours. And so the energy is flowing. You're being open and allowing the energy to flow. So just breathe in that energy. Just breathe that in. And if you want to experiment a little, what if that energy had a color? What would that color be? And when you start imagining the color, does it strengthen the energy that you feel? Does it make it stronger? Or is it warmer or more tingly? Okay, so that was our third healing pulse of the night. Wonderful, Victoria. Thank you for commenting. So everybody's so quiet tonight. Is there anything special we should do before we close? So I don't really have anything extra planned. I'm trying to think what else we could do. Nice, Valerie. So, and just be aware, colors have power. Each color, when you're, especially if you think about the chakra colors, have their own unique vibration. Where's my book that I was talking about? Let me find. So, and of course, the book that I want is not right here, even though I just had it. I do this every week, don't I? Where I'm looking for something and it's just not there. So, yes, we'll definitely do the aura strengthening. So, but it's a little early. So I thought we could do something else, but I'm just not quite sure. So maybe we'll just do the aura strengthening, and we will end just a tiny bit early. So with this, the great thing about having a strong aura is it helps repel negativity. So with this, I want you to rub your hands together. And if you want to use the healing pulse energies with the aura strengthening, just say yes and bring that in. If you want to work on just your own energy frequencies, that is fabulous too. Then you're just going to focus on your own energy. And so once the energy gets activated in your hands, and that's a sign when your hands are warm, that's when you want to send energy to your aura. And so with this, some of you will be sort of like me, where sometimes you just don't feel it. But it's one of those, you keep doing it because sometimes you do. Yeah, there are times I don't feel anything, but like tonight, my hands are all tingly and sort of pulsing. And so just imagine that energy going to my aura, making it stronger, thicker, wider. And as I said before, if you run into people that are not very pleasant to be around, I would suggest also sending to your aura some pieces of mirror that reflect, so that your aura will reflect any negativity back on the person sending it. So just breathing that out. Okay. So that was aura strengthening. How did everyone do? Write down what we did. Aura strengthening. So just looking to see. I'm wondering if next time a few weeks ago, we did energy ages. I'm thinking maybe we should do that next time. Good, Valerie. Nice, Leslie. Love it when you guys feel it. Yeah, it's not everyone does. Good, Leslie. I think that definitely can't hurt to add the mirrors. Well, Valerie, it sounds like you're still receiving, so keep yawning, making more room. But thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. So next Thursday, I will be here. It's going to be a crazy week, doing a lot of driving, seeing family, got things going on. But I do plan on being back here Thursday. We'll see. I might need some energy too, especially after riding in the car with all my fur balls. You are very welcome, Renee. Thank you so much. So I hope everyone has a fabulous evening. And I hope this really helps you have a good night's sleep tonight. Everybody's just so quiet. Thank you, Leslie. I appreciate that. It definitely can't hurt. So have a good night. Bye.